How you guys doing? Have you ever thought, why do I function so differently from everybody else? Or realize that there's something way different about you than about anybody else? That's the beautiful thing about you, is that you are exactly the way that you're supposed to be. There's room for growth, there's room for regression, there's different things you can do, but this is more about living your truth. I've always functioned differently in my past. I've said it before over and over again with my childhood experiences. You can listen about those in my previous episodes. But being a child under those circumstances, I kind of had no choice but to function differently from everybody. And even though that I knew that, I still found my ways to fit in. I've always kind of called myself a chameleon. Now it's a different reason, but before it used to be because I used to find ways to fit in with whatever group of people I was presented with. If I walked into a school and met a group of kids, I could find my ways to fit in with them. And I wouldn't say it was completely changing my entire existence to be them, but I tried different things to be like them. And it didn't really work for me. It always ended up blowing up in my face. Those friendships are not around any longer. It's mainly only the people that I was true and honest with myself about. The Institute for Integrative Nutrition that I attended had a phrase called fitting out. And what that means is the exact opposite of trying to fit in. It means to accept your differences, your superpowers, your abilities, your energy, and who you are, to accept it, to be you. And that's it's a beautiful thing. With fitting out comes so many things. What happens is you start living your truth and you start really focusing on yourself. Not in so much of like I forgot the word, narcissistic sense or anything like that, but more so in the way that you're focused on who you are and pursuing your goals and your dreams and focusing on your wants and your needs. And that's a huge thing, guys. That's a huge thing. Most of us put everything else aside because we were taught, dress a certain way for certain occasions. This is how you're supposed to act in these specific situations. This is what you're supposed to do and just deal with it, that type of stuff. But to truthfully and honestly be you is 1,000 times better. And it's such a different story and a different end result, really. You'll be a lot happier. You'll feel a lot more complete. And the beautiful thing is what's called synchronicity. It was a phrase coined by Carl Jung, or Jung. I don't ever remember how to say the last name. But synchronicity is basically a sequence of events that seem significantly relative, but they have no discernible connection. So the synchronicity amongst personalities would look like something more on the side of, if you really love chess and you join chess club, don't turn me off, just listen. If you really love chess and you join chess club, you're going to meet others like you that love chess. And the chances are incrementally, or I should say exponentially higher, that you're going to meet somebody more in tune with your hobbies or interests. This goes with music. It goes with pretty much anything else. As long as it's true to you, you will meet somebody that's along the lines of that, or that's closer along your vibe, let's say, or on your level, let's say. And it's a beautiful thing. Since I started my integrative nutrition training, it hasn't just been muscle heads, or it hasn't just been, vegan, keto, blah, 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 whatever groups of people you want to talk about. It hasn't just been me getting along with single groups. It's been me getting along with people who have taken this information and integrated it just as I have and come out with something that works for them. And I've met so many beautiful people that it's an indescribable feeling to start knowing that there's people like you, regardless of your situation, regardless of your mental condition, regardless if you have disabilities or whatever you want to call them. It's meeting people that are along the same lines as you and in the same situations or whatever. It's a beautiful thing. And that's different from fitting out because it's not people that you went out of your way to change yourself to become in their good graces. It's people who are naturally like you, people who are vibing along your energy spectrum, people who are in line with the same type of goals that you have. Not the same goals. It's never going to be the same, which is also a beautiful thing. That's where synchronicity and fitting out kind of fit hand in hand, because that's a true relationship with anybody that you come in contact with. If you're fitting out and being synchronous at the same time, it means just that you have met people that vibe along with you on the same level with particular things, and now you're bringing your own personal thing in with it, whether it be something about your personality, something about your workout routine, something about the way that you go about your vegan diet, or something about the way you study for school. It doesn't matter. You're bringing your own unique flavor to that, and you might bless somebody else's life with that information because you lived your truth. It's very important to remember this. It's such an important thing to remember who you are and appreciate you for your original self. If you have problems with this, if you run into issues where you find yourself just getting lost in the sauce, you can't find your goals, you can't find your path, I can help you out with that. And it's not from I would help you from my experiences, obviously, but it's going to be something that's designed for you, that's meant for you to get something from. If you want to get in touch with me, the links are all in the show notes. Hit me up. My socials are in there, everything. So come and check me out, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.